Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And before we get started, I know you've already read the title, so you're gonna thank me in advance because this Netflix shows I'm gonna be saying, you might leave here thinking, the fuck? I'm never gonna watch these shows ever in my life. Or you're gonna leave here and go to Netflix and watch one of these that you're gonna like, and you're gonna be thanking me because you're really gonna like them, trust me. And yeah, so no need to thank me in it. Anyways, yeah, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Back to anyways, hello guys. So if you've read by the title, today we're gonna be doing 15 Netflix shows to watch at home when you're bored, or actually in general, you know what I mean? I've been gone for a while, so excuse me that, yeah. I'm trying to think of a banger video to post. It's coming. I'm not gonna ruin it, but it's coming. So I'm gonna take it slowly for now until the video comes, you know? So yeah, these are like my top favorite Netflix shows to watch, and I would really recommend you to I would really recommend you to watch it if you have Netflix. So number 1, 13 Reasons Why. This show, it made me sad, angry, like mixed feelings. You know why? Because this show just showed me how what you tell others or what you do can hurt people's feelings, or what you tell people. In this show is basically about this girl, Hannah Baker, that was bullied until she killed herself. She committed suicide, basically. That's really sad. And not only sad for the girl, sad for the parents, because they didn't know any of this was happening until she died, and there was nothing they could do about it. And the people that bullied her started regretting it. So basically, the show was called 13 Reasons Why because she made 13 tapes about the 13 people that bullied her. And every tape, like the 13 tapes, are basically the reason she killed herself. Yeah. And there's bullying, there's backstabbing, there's I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but this may trigger, like, may cause people like to be nervous in some episodes. So I would really recommend you to not watch this, or to watch this with someone, not your parents though. Depends on you, but in every episode there'll be trigger warning, so you know what you're watching, you know. Next one, On My Block. Even the name bangs. Like, this show has been ages since I watched it. Last time I watched On My Block, because I finished it already, was in July, so I don't really know much, but I'll summarize it. It's basically about this four kids, yeah, that live in this neighborhood that everything's just, they grew up in this bad neighborhood. There's gangs, there's killing, they can have guns with them, like out in the street, and kill anyone. Even in school they're not safe. Like, and the thing about On My Block, they have to solve this mystery. I'm not gonna spoil it in case you want to watch it. And it's basically about friendship. They'll put their heads down to solve this mystery because they're gonna get something. I'm not gonna say what. And they all end up solving the mystery, and that gets them in a lot of trouble. So some people die. Some of the friends die. Someone's mom that abandoned the daughter comes back Well, actually, she doesn't come back. The girl finds her. To be honest, I'm not really going to ruin it, but this show is just all about friendship, taking care of each other, all supporting and all that. So I really recommend you to watch it. Number 3, Money Heist or Money Heist. I would say Money Heist, but I'm pretty sure I'm mentioning it wrong. I think it's Money Heist. So, yeah. But this show, I do not care what any other show in the world is. This one is my day one. I do not care. Because Money Heist, basically, there's just like 8, 9 robbers. Yeah. Criminals and 1 robber. They all get recruited, like, called to do this heist, to steal, like, to rob from this person called Professor. And basically they go into the Bank of Spain. They keep hostages. Hostages is basically the leverage so they won't get killed by the police. So if they keep the hostages alive, the police isn't going to come in the bank, because the criminals lock themselves in the bank with the hostages. And so the police can't break in, because if the police breaks in, the criminals are going to kill the hostages. And the reason the police aren't breaking in, because the president's daughter is inside with them. Like, she's really valuable, so they're not going to come in, because if they come in, the criminals are basically going to kill the hostages. So they're basically printing their own money, because it's the Bank of Spain, isn't it? So they're printing their own cash. They're taking the cash from the boat, the bank itself, like the bank, and then there's a boat where they keep their actual money. They're taking the money from there, and then they printed their own money. They print like 90 million and more than that. And the show is basically dramatic, romantic, emotional. This show almost made me cry, man. I love the show. I've watched it twice, and there's going to be a season 5. There's 4 seasons at the moment, but I cannot wait for the next season. I really recommend you to watch it. Number 4, Gossip Girl. If you love gossip, you should go watch this, because Gossip Girl, the thing about it, it's even in the title. And the way, it's not only about that, it's always the way it ends. XOXO, Gossip Girl. So this Gossip Girl is basically about teen drama. Sorry. So Gossip Girl is about teen drama. There's romance. There's backstabbing. So, you know, high school is basically about that. And the thing I love about Gossip Girl is that Serena van der Woodsen, if you've watched it already or you're going to watch it, that's my favorite character with Blair. Because they're both best friends, but at the same time, I don't think they're both best friends, because they can be there for each other 99% of the time, but that 1% of the time, they're not going to be there for each other, you know? They're both bitches. They're both horrible. Like, I just love the show in general. If you like high school drama, just go watch it. And I know you might be sitting here like, I'm never going to go watch this. Or you might be here and pick 1 or 2 you want to go watch, but I really recommend it. The Umbrella Academy. So they've recently brought out a show. What am I saying recently? I think it was around April they brought the season 2. I've been waiting a whole good 2 years. Nah, 2 years. When I was like 12, 11 is when I watched it. It was when I watched Gossip Girl. No, what am I mean? It was when I watched the Umbrella Academy. And they recently brought the season 2 like a few months ago. And basically the Umbrella Academy is about this 7 kids that this man adopts because they got superpowers and they're supposed to save the world from this apocalypse. But basically, actually, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. Okay, I'm just going to say the apocalypse is one of the siblings that causes it, because they always told her, you're not special, you don't have powers. She was adopted, like all the kids were born in the same day. and the man that adopted them was a billionaire, so he paid a lot of money to the mothers that gave birth to them. And they were like, the mysterious thing about the show that I like, at the beginning of the day, the women weren't pregnant, but during the day, the woman became pregnant and gave birth that same day. So yeah, and all the kids all have superpowers. Yeah, and they call them the Umbrella Academy. And yeah, you should really go watch it. That's about it. I don't want to ruin it. Next one, I think I'm in Trinkets. Wait, number 6. Trinkets is basically about friendship, loyalty. Is basically the 3 girls, Mo, Elodie, and Tabitha. They were like besties. They were ride or die. Like, they would literally like save each other. Like, they got each other's backs. Like, that friendship, I love it. And it's basically like no one understands them like them 3 do. Like that each other. No one understands them like each other. So they're like family in a way. Not by blood, but like friendship. Like really, really tight. I don't know how to describe this show. It's just really emotional, and the way it ends it wasn't sad, but it was like really brave, heroic, and you should really watch it. Next one, I think I'm in Good Girls. Basically, this 3 mothers is, I forgot actually, Beth, Ruby, and I forgot the other name. So they are the 3 mothers. Like, they all got kids, they all got family, and they're just struggling in life. They need money, you know what I mean? Everyone needs money. So they rob a grocery shop, like a supermarket where they sell food, and they get a lot of money from it, from the grocery shop. But then the money didn't actually belong to the grocery shop. It was in the shop, but it belonged to this drug dealers. And these drug dealers, well, actually, what am I saying? The money actually did belong to the grocery shop, but these drug dealers were doing counterfeit money. So they'll take the money from the grocery shop without them knowing, and they'll swap it for fake money, printed money that they would print out. So technically, the drug dealers thought the money belonged to them. So because the 3 mothers, Beth, Ruby, and Annie, they robbed the shop. So they took the drug dealers' money. So the next day, the drug dealers were waiting for them in Beth's house, and they wanted their money back. But they wasted like a lot of the money in cars, house bills, so many stuff. They only had like half of the money, so they had to give them their money back, and that's when it all started. Like, once you're in, you're in. Like, they couldn't leave the group because they had to pay the money back, but they didn't have the money back, so they have to do horrible things to pay. The drug dealer's name, the leader, was called Rio, so they had to find a way to pay Rio back. Anyway, so they didn't have a way to pay him back, so they had to do like bad stuff for him, like sell pills and all that. So I mean, you can watch. I know the way I'm describing it sounds like really bad, but it's really funny. Every time Ruby's mouth, bro. This Ruby was killing me with laughter, I cannot. And Annie's stupidity was killing me as well. Oh my god. Next one, Insatiable. The mood just went down, you know what I mean? Cause Insatiable is like this girl, like, she used to be, she used to be like fat, like bigger than other girls in high school, and she didn't like that. And then one day she was like outside a shop eating a hot dog, but this man punched her on her jaw, on her lips. The reason the man punched her on her jaw, on her lips, because the man wanted her hot dog, because the man was like a poor man, and she said, no, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna give it to you. And then the man punched her here, so she couldn't eat proper food, solid food, for 3 months. Like solid food, I mean, no like bread, no nothing, like only liquids like water, juice, but that's not what we can do much. She lost a ton of weight in those 3 months, and she came like a high school she came popular. She was skinny, she like enjoying, but she might have lost the weight physically, but emotionally, like she still had the weight with her. Like as she described it, and insatiable. So she was still bingy. She would still eat like a lot of food if she was sad, like an insatiable. Like whenever she was sad, like food was always there for her, because her mom abandoned her when she was little. She didn't really, well actually no, her mom didn't abandon her. Her dad abandoned her. Her mom had too many guys, so she didn't really know who the dad was exactly, because she was like always with like different guys, so she didn't know who the father of the child was. And yeah, it's like really sad. So you might want to watch it, you might want to know, but I actually liked it. Next one, Rain. So Rain is basically, in England, in history lessons, they'll teach you about, I don't know if it's only in England, let me just say in general, they'll teach you about Mary Stuart, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Francis. So it's all about that. And Rain is like, Mary had like, they all have like, the parents like set up like an engagement from Mary Queen of Scots to Francis and King of France. So they marry, and yeah, it's all romance and all that. Then I was about to spoil it. Anyways, just go watch it. There's so much drama. I would really recommend you to watch it. And if you're in England and you're in year 8, you're gonna learn it in year 8. So you might as well watch it. It's even dramatic. Anyways. Next one, Dynasty. I would say Dynasty because they're nasty. I don't know. I like saying it. Anyways, Dynasty just changed me mentally, physically, emotionally. Now I'm being too dramatic. I watched Dynasty during quarantine. So Fallon is basically a bitch, and I don't know why I like that. I like it. So it's basically, the dad is like a billionaire, millionaire, they're so rich. And when they're older, Fallon and his brother, I forgot his name, they move away from the house because they never really like their dad. Her mom abandoned them when they were little, so they never really liked the dad. So when they were of age, they moved away, but they were still rich, so they took money with them, of course. But then they had to come back because their dad wanted them to come back for the family business, for like, what was the I forgot what the business was, but I think you should really go watch it. It's really dramatic. There's a lot of action in it. There's like a lot of guns they use. Yeah, still go watch it if you want. I don't mind. Still got a lot. I'm just gonna summarize some of them. Jane the Virgin. It's been 1 year and like 3 months since I've watched this, so sorry if I don't really know what to say about this. Jane the Virgin was like, not sad, but I didn't like the way it ended. It was the worst ending in the world. Basically, this girl that she never had, you know, but she got pregnant, because the doctor, you know, when you can't get pregnant, so the doctor has to inject you to get pregnant. So they injected the wrong patient, so she got pregnant, and she had a kid called Mathieu. Yeah, so it's really dramatic, like sad as well. If you go watch this, the dad is so funny, Rogelio de la Vega. So yeah, really, you should really go watch it. Next one, Alexa and Katie. This girl called Alexa, she's got cancer, and her best friend is called Katie. And I really like this show because Katie's just the best friend, so supportive, so nice. And Alexa, her hair was falling because she had cancer, and you know what Katie did? And she shaved the whole head because Alexa's hair was falling. So they both shaved the whole head, and for sophomore year, they both wore wigs. Like, that is best friend, best friend. I have a lot left. The Society, Black Lightning, Shadowhunters. I'm not really going to go into that, but thank you guys for watching. And thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Get me to 2K. And yeah, you might leave here thinking, I'm never going to watch these. Or you might leave here thinking, I will. But it's up to you. Bye, guys.